bad couple.
Are they talking about us? Shh. Wait. Are they talking about us? I think I heard Past the Wire. Past the Wire TV. They are talking about us. Often imitated, never duplicated. We are everywhere.
Seriously? If you're betting horses and not watching these shows, you gotta be freaking crazy. Capiche?
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Knowledge. It isn't free. You gotta pay attention.
And ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the winner's circle for a very special presentation. Representatives from Handicapping for Horses, along with professional handicapper Jonathan Stetton, are proud to support the work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and Old Friends. Accepting the check for the inaugural Handicapping for Horses event this past summer at Saratoga are representatives from the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance and Old Friends. Gulfstream Park welcomes Michael Blowen, Jonathan Stetton, Kelly Scobie, Jim Rhodes here this afternoon. Since 2012, the TAA has awarded more than $17.2 million to accredited organizations. Handicapping for Horses looks to make their Saratoga Springs event larger and raise money for Thoroughbreds Aftercare year after year. Once again, thank you to Handicapping for Horses, Jonathan Stetton, and welcome to Old Friends and our friends at the TAA. The Rainbow Six and race number 5 up next.
And they're off in the Kentucky Derby.
You're watching Past the Wire TV, the biggest races at the best tracks. From the Kentucky Derby to the Breeders' Cup. The best horse racing coverage is right here on Past the Wire TV.
Dynasty in motion, reshaping the sport's greatest tradition, channeling the legends of his line and surpassing them. 4 of the last 6 Derby winners carry his genes. A Golden Son, a Horse of the Year. Another chapter written beneath those iconic spires. Derby dreams fulfilled for the titans of our industry. From authentic to sovereignty, a legacy both real and supreme. Into mischief.
Everybody, Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
Well, hello everyone. Here we are. Another weekend here at Saratoga. Gotta love it, but it's winding down now, people. So get there and start getting on to Saratoga. Last week, a little recap for last week. I did the Arlington Million. We did the pick 4 there. Not so good. We hit 3 out of 4 because I was believing in Kenny McPeak and seeing if Mystic Dan would do it. It's just the way it is. I made a choice and I did it. But other than that, we had a lot of winners that day, and even had some winners at Saratoga last weekend. So we hit 3 out of 4 on that pick 4 at Arlington, and we did pretty good on Saratoga. I did a show with Gio. Hope you guys all caught that. And we'll see if we do one this week. Anyway, here I am. I'm going to do the pick 5 at Saratoga for Saturday for the Alabama. Interesting race. I mean, it's overall the races on Saturday at Saratoga are very tough. But there's like 3, maybe 4 races that I think it's between 2, possibly 3 horses, so we can narrow it down a little bit. For all those who would like my picks, shoot me an email. It's right there, Charles at Pass the Wire. Those have sent me those emails. I send it to you pretty quick. And, no one's perfect at each track, but we've been doing pretty good overall at Saratoga. So if you wanted that there, then that's what we'll do. And pretty soon, people, look, Kentucky Downs is coming up. I mean, Kentucky Downs is a special racetrack. It's a tough track every day, every race day. But I tackle it, and we come away with some pretty nice winners. We're talking definitely double digits a lot. So look out for my shows there for those. And if you are interested in joining us now with that racing and pinhooking syndication, shoot me an email again, Charles at Pass the Wire. I'll explain everything. Matter of fact, there's a couple of races Saturday that would be nice. Some nice claims out there if people are out there for claiming. So if you got any questions about claiming, buying, owning, anything in between of why do jockeys do this, why do trainers do this, whatever, shoot me that email and I'll answer those questions. And I want to thank Race Lens for all the tools they give us for this show. And let's go in there and tackle it. And all our other sponsors, I want to thank Pleasant Acres. Matter of fact, Neolithic has a horse going. I think it's the 11th race. Yeah, it's the 11th race. We'll probably talk about it a little bit. Has a really nice chance there of winning there. So anyway, let's tackle Saratoga. And we're going to start off. We're going to just dive right in. There's a couple of stakes races, but I'm going to cover one stakes race and one a claiming race. So the first one we're going to do, of course, has got to be the Alabama, right? We're going to do the Alabama. It's 1.25 miles. It's for 3-year-olds. And most of these horses already. So we'll start with the number 1, Marge's Intention. The horse here, last time out, did very well. Closed a little bit, not super strong, but did close. It had a nice little rally there going on. The time before that at Pimlico, the horse won pretty good, pulling away late. Nice runs there. So this horse has had a little refresher, from June till now. Cox's and IRAD, they get only 6% win, which is kind of amazing stat. I would, if you had asked me before looking at this, I would have said much higher, probably closer at 26. That would have been my guess. But wow, 6%. So not too good of a number there for that. But let's see what the Race Lens angle is. Beaten favorite last time they're doing this jockey switch. Yeah, jockey switch. And you are going to IRAD. As of right now, the leading rider at Saratoga, him and his brother are just battling out. So who knows who's really going to be the actual winner. If someone asks me where am I laying my money, I'm going to say Jose. I'm going to say Jose is going to win the title. But right now, Jose is in second, so not doing so good there. All right, now the second horse, the number 2 horse, Good Cheer, been running excellent all year, and then last month, no, 2 months ago, excuse me, dropped in a bomb there. Just ran even, didn't run a lick really. Got brushed at the gate a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be, the excuse for this horse. Luis Saez and Brad Cox getting 28%. And that's a number I like when they run together. So do we toss that, or is that the sign of the times? They don't like this horse's running style. I do. I like this horse's running style. This horse could actually still sit pretty close to the pace and run really good. The question is, was that last one a fluke? I'm going to say yes. I think this horse is still going to be one of the horses to beat, period. If you look at every one of her races, unbelievable. She has done excellent. I mean, look, win, and all of a sudden a fifth. Come on. It happens to the best. So I'm going to say that's just one of those things that happens. The 3, Kinsey Queen. Now, here's a horse that ran overall pretty even. I mean, it was staying within 2.5 pretty much the whole race. Ended up losing by 3 3/4. Just never kicked it in. Never gave it a big oomph there. I just don't know if she could handle this group. She might be just a notch below. If she does handle this group, this horse is going to have to wake up a little bit more. Junior's going to have to get a little bit more out of her because he's rode her twice in a row, got thirds both times. And this horse is going to have to wake up. Let's put that away. It's going to have to pick up the pace and everything. So, nice horse overall, but I think this horse is a notch below. This horse does come from behind a little bit, but once again, I don't think this horse will come from the clouds either. So let's see how that all works out. But for me, I'm taking a pass on her. Nitrogen, the number 4. Nice horse. Just lost last time out. This horse has been on a huge win streak, sort of like Good Cheer was. They've, avoided each other because Nitrogen was always on turf. The only time this horse went on the dirt, this horse was running in the slop. I guess it was sloppy. Yeah, it was sloppy. And won by 17. And the horse had its way. It was a small field. It's one of those things. You can't really put too much weight in that. But something in there, and between Jose and Mark, I think they decided to take a chance on the dirt. They interviewed Jose a couple of days ago, and he said that he likes her chances. He thinks she's classy enough to handle this. And I agree. If you're a classy type of horse, you're one of the top-notch horses, you should be able to run on anything. And like I said, she did well on the slot, but she was by herself, and it was a small field. There was nothing to write home about on that one. That was almost a gimme. So she'll be interesting, very interesting. I think she's one of the horses to beat. If she could handle that, I think she's going to be totally fine. The 5, Queen Aztec. Okay, interesting horse. Horse came from Sweden, and done well over there. The question is, how does that form compare to Sweden over to here? I would say those are notches or wins are below here. So Joe Rosario picks up the mount. Gotta like that part about it. Third race after a layoff, looking for improvement. Yes, I am too. But, the horse has been right there. I think this horse has got some kind of a shot. How much of a shot, I don't know. I like to see a little bit more. But, for a little price, and I would demand definitely the 12-1 or more. to be betting on this horse. But I mean, it might be a nice horse for some of the exotics, the bottom side. Why not try it and see what you get? Lacara, the number 6. Last time out, had her way, put small field once again, and then in the time before that, gave way at the end to Good Cheer. This horse is a good horse. Mark Casey is the trainer. Dylan Davis is still riding this horse. Gotta like everything about this horse. Horse is very tough, very, very tough. Tons of speed. Is the speed of the race. Will be out in front. The question is, if they keep the pressure on her, will she fold is the question. Great runner out second or better the last 2 times at the same track. So they're trying to say track and the distance and everything. This horse is going to be very tough to catch. I agree. It's going to be very, very tough to catch. Got to look out for this horse. Is this horse a major player? It could be, especially if she gets alone on that lead. That could be super, super dangerous. I'm going to say if she does maybe 111.3, 111.4 for the 6 furlong mark, look out, people. She might be very, very dangerous. She probably will not be beat. But she's definitely a major player. But I still think there's 2 other horses that could beat her, possibly so. Nitrogen is going to be one of them that's going to be pushing this horse a lot. And, in a lot of ways, that's why I think it kind of is going to set up a little bit for Good Cheer. Maybe, maybe not. But that's how I see this race. Let's go to Race Lens and see how they predict this race to pan out. All right. Okay, 10th race. Here we go. Alabama. First, my formula for factors, probable factors. This is how I have it. 4 for speed, and then class, form, distance, jockey, and jockey trainer all at 3. Pace at 4. And then, once again, everything else at 3. Trainer, track angles, and track conditions. I've kept it that way since I've started on Saratoga this year. It's been working just fine for me, so I've been leaving it. They see the 2 and the 6 jumping out there. I don't know about the 2 and the 6. I'm thinking more 4 and the 6, but the 2 will definitely be right there on the front end, early spot. Midway, they're saying the 6, 2, and then the 4 back there. I think the 4 is going to be closer. I think between the 4 and the 2, who's going to be second, I don't know. But the 6 probably will be out front. And at the end, they see the 4 winning 59, basically 60%. They see the 2 at 15, 6 at 11, 1 at 7, and the 5 at 2. Well, I think Good Cheer is going to win. I think Good Cheers, I think it's setting up for that horse. If Nitrogen takes to the dirt, then that horse is going to be super tough also. So I got that horse second, and the 6 is my third pick, and then the 5, the unknown factor, the Queen Aztec, coming from Sweden, as my 4th pick. Bottom of exactas and it's supers and all, not supers, but tries, excuse me. And this is what they have for odds 1 to 2 on Nitrogen. But see, remember, Nitrogen ran all her races on turf, so you're getting some of that action because of that. Morning line is 9 to 5. Probably going to stay right around 9 to 5, probably. That's how I see it. So let's just see how that works out. Okay. Here we go. There we go. All right. So once again, before we go to the next race, I'm going to go to the 11th race next. Everyone, please hit subscribe button. Actually, it's down this side, on the side down below. So you get all our shows, especially with the Kentucky Downs coming up. You got the Breeders' Cup coming up. So stay in tune with all the shows, my show, Geo shows, John's, Jim's, everybody's shows. We are going to have a special show next week on the Travers, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a round table. So anyway, you'll get hit the alert button and you'll get every one of these shows. And once again, if you have any questions, shoot me an email and I'll answer those questions. And like I said, if you're interested in that racing or pinhooking racing syndication, shoot me an email. I'll explain everything because we are going to get started the 1st of next month. And that's what we're going to do. Anyway, let's hit this next race. All right, the 11th race. This is a claiming race of 35,000. Okay. They're going a mile and 16th on inner turf. Okay. So, oops, sorry about that. The one horse here, if you look at this horse, horse doesn't really know kind of what it wants to do. It's a pressure type of horse. When it goes a mile, one time when it broke its maiden at a mile, went second time out as a mile, finished third. Small stakes, ran pretty even overall. We'll give a little credit there. And then last time out, an allowance race, ran pretty even overall, kind of gave way at the end. This was a big $650,000 purchase. They're dropping it in for a $35,000 claim. Todd Pletcher's doing that. Clue to people that have not been in the racing long enough to know this or recognize the angle here. When you buy a horse, no matter what the price is, especially if it's higher than what you're selling it for, what you're doing is you're trying to get claimed and win at the same time. They're putting it up for a claim for a reason. You buy the horse for $650 and you're putting it up for $35,000. Warning, there's a red flag, in my opinion, more than 9 times out of 10. But look, every once in a while you could steal one of these. People like Todd Pletcher, Cox, Brown, all of them could do this. And I think still people will still call their bluff and claim the horse. For me, like if I had claiming money, I'm avoiding it. I have to. I would just have to avoid it because that's a serious, serious loss of money. Rapoli is giving it up. Come on. But let's talk about this horse's chances in this race. It's got an okay chance overall. I think at best it's the bottom side of the exotics. So for me, I'm going to take a personal pass all the way around. The 2. Now, here's an interesting horse. This horse broke its maiden at 50,000, maiden 50,000 claimer, okay? But did really well in those maiden, was learning every time, Mile 16th. Started racing at mile 16th. So they thought this horse was a distance horse all the way. Danny, a great trainer, he probably figured out this horse doesn't have the speed to win sprints, of course. And then he drops this horse in for a claiming price of $35. No one took it. Ran good. Ran where, it looks like this is where this horse belongs right now. Horse is still learning, I think, overall. Would this be a good claim? I'm the fence on that. I personally would take I would say no personally. But I wouldn't be shocked if this horse did get claimed from this race. Now, on his racing ability to win this race, I think this horse has got a heck of a shot at winning this race. I think this is one of the top 2 or 3 horses that could win this race. So definitely look at this horse. I think this horse has got some kind of ability. The 3. This horse has been around for a little while. He's got 21 races under his belt. Hasn't really done much. He's only won once. The horse always gives in at the end. Can't win at sprinting. Broke its maiden at a mile 70. Other than that, nothing there. So I'm going to take a major pass on this horse. They could put it in for claiming a 10. I still probably would pass. Matter of fact, they did put it in claiming of 11, and no one took it, and it ran fourth. So this horse, in my opinion, I'm out 100%. The 4, last time out, looked like it ran pretty even overall, but hasn't shown much since the breaking its maiden. It's just been hanging around at $50,000 allowance. They drop it into a 35 claimer today. Might wake this horse up a little bit. This horse has got pressure type speed, but when it comes to maybe claiming, I'm going to say no. Even though I do like the breeding on this horse a lot, they paid only $50,000 at a 2-year-old sale, so there's still something wrong. Maybe crooked feet, maybe the action's not great. I don't know, but me looking at all this, and this horse doesn't impress me that much. So for me, I'm taking a C back. I'm saying no. The 5, Linda Rice here, got Irad aboard, which is a great combo, probably, 28%. This horse has got some speed, could possibly steal this race. This horse got claimed last time for 40. Now, here's a great example of Rice doing what she does best, okay? She has this horse bought it in June. You're out of in 20, well, I think it's 29 days, but let's just say 30 days. You're out of jail, as they call it. Then you could drop the horse, okay? If you race it before that, you have to run it at an upper class that you bought it at. Okay, so with that being said, she drops it a little bit. So she really is keeping it right where it belongs. The 40, 35, that's where she thinks this horse's ability is. This horse has got some talent, got some speed, could possibly steal this race. I think this horse is a player. So take a look back. But, I still think there's another horse out there that could win this race. So I'm going to say this is on the bottom side of my exotics, but I wouldn't blame you if you take this horse to win. Here's the 6 horse. This horse is more of a closer pressure type of horse. Hasn't really shown much. Even when it was running in the maidens, was getting beat up pretty good overall. There's nothing flashy about this horse. This horse is going to have to wake up big time to ring the bell in this race. For me, I'm taking a major pass. You're going to get more than 20-1 probably, but not for me. The 7, interesting horse here. Now, this is the one. First of all, I want to take note here who the sire is. Neolithic. All right. Neolithic on my hat. That's one of our sponsors. Neolithic gets some good winners out there. For his stud fee at $5,000, he gets a lot of good winners. Now, they bought this horse at a 2-year-old sale for $175,000. Danny Gargan trains this horse. Excellent trainer. I already mentioned about that. Horse breaks its maiden at a mile. Did good. Pulled away. Got up just in time. This horse did everything right. Then he moves it in allowance race. Non-winners of 1. Horse looked good. Did okay. Did a nice move. But he was going up against winners for the first time. Learn a lot. This, my people, for me is the claim. I would claim this horse, or I would try to claim it. Of course, before you claim, you got to do other things. Your trainer that you're going to claim with, or whoever, they should do some kind of research and see if they can find out anything about the horse. They got to look at the horse before they drop the claim, see if everything looks good, all that kind of stuff. You got to do a little homework on this. But off of this, what we see right now and everything, this horse has not run on turf yet. You could try this horse on turf. You could already see that the horse likes distance of ground. And with the claiming price, why not try it there? Because if it doesn't work out, you could always drop this horse probably in 20 and 25 and get all your money back. I think this horse is one of the horses to beat in this race. I like this horse a lot. So with Kendrick aboard, Kendrick is doing very, very well at Saratoga. Even though the Ortiz brothers are stealing it right now, Kendrick's doing awesome. Santana's doing awesome. I mean, there's some other people out there that are getting their fair share other than Ortiz, okay? But I do like this horse a lot. The 8, this horse last time didn't show much, ran even at a lower claiming at 17,000. They claimed it from Brown. Now they're moving it up to 35. They're taking the blinkers off. Brown put the blinkers on for a reason, you know. I don't know why they're taking them off. I mean, you could cut them back a little bit. Maybe if they were a full French, you could cut them back to a quarter, or what we called it back in my day when I was training, cheaters, as they call them. Their little quarter of an inch cut back there, just enough where they can't see someone, getting up on them. But for me, I'm taking a major pass. The 9, another one here that just doesn't do much since it's maiden win. When he was running in the maiden ranks, the horse did okay. Ran good, very good, matter of fact. Then they took, allowance route, which I didn't blame them. They did okay there, but ever since then, no good. Ran in a small stakes, got killed. Ran an allowance race where this horse probably should have won or at least finished better, finished 4th. And then this constantly getting beat by double digits in lengths. Now, you're getting a couple of thirds in there, but when you're getting beat by 12 lengths or more, you're not doing any damage. And then the 12, horse with some speed, has been at this claiming ranks for a while here at this level, at 35. Looks where this horse belongs. This horse is going to be tough to beat. This is going to be on the front end. Santana's on. Got to worry about that. And like I said, it's very, very interesting of what that horse is going to do. But it's going to be on the front end. He might give in at the end, but personally, I don't think so. I think this horse is going to be more on the bottom side of your exotics. Now, let's go and see what we could do with that pick 5. And here we go. Pick 5 starts in race number 8. And in race number 8, I like, I like 7, 8, 3, 6. Now in my pick 5, in the 8th race, I'm taking all 4 horses, 7, 8, 3, 6. Now in the 9th race, that race is the other stakes race, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. What that is a tough race. I would not be shocked if the longest shot on the board wins that race. So I'm hitting the all button on that and that race. And then the 10th race we covered, which is the Alabama. I'm going 2, 4. I'm just taking those 2 horses. And then in the 11th race, I'm going 3 deep, 7, 2, 3. Like I said, I like that 7 a lot there on that race. And even the claim, if you want to go out and claim. And the 12th race, I do like the 2, 1, 5, 4. But in that race on the pick 5, I'm going 2 and 1. So there's my pick 5. In the race number 9, I'm going try all the way with a 2-1 with a 2-1-6-7 with the all. In the 10th race, I'm doing the exacta 2 over the 4. In the 11th race, I'm doing the exacta 7 over the 2. And the 12th race, I'm doing the 2 over the 1 exacta. So there you have it. Let's go out there and get some winners. And remember, hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the alert button because we're going to be doing a Travers show next week. You don't want to miss that. It's going to be very interesting. Round table action here. Let's see what we're doing to do. But anyway, let's go out there, get those winners, Get that in that winner's circle. I'll see you at the racetrack. Let's go get that money. See ya.
You ain't smooth, you ain't never going to be a smooth operator.
Here comes journalism, here comes sovereignty, and they square off, heading to the final furlong. Sovereignty wins the Derby!
You're watching Past the Wire TV. Hit that like button and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
Are they talking about us? Shh. Wait. Are they talking about us? I think I heard Past the Wire. Past the Wire TV. They are talking about us. Often imitated, never duplicated. We are everywhere. Nobody does it better.